Hi everyone, I'm Yuri Kushla, Vice President of New Markets NAX. Glad to have you with us. In the recent few years, NAX have been expanding from its native locations of Ukraine and Poland to the other prospective markets following our globalization strategy. And today we'll talk about how the company ensures high quality services across our global delivery hubs. And we'll try to present the specific of each geography, how they differ yet complement the global delivery model that we have, and how we coordinate and how we co-integrate with every location within our services. So I'm excited to be joined by our leaders of our locations in Colombia, India, and Romania. And just for beginning, I propose to start with the quick introductions and round of introductions. So Erica, over to you.
Thanks, Yuri. Such a diverse team we got here today. It's pretty exciting. For anyone watching, I'm Erica. I'm delivery director and I'm leading our Colombia operations at NIX. Definitely time flies. It's almost 3 years since we started our expansion to Latin America. And we decided to start with Colombia, opening our offices specifically in Medellin because of the talent pool, time zone proximity, blooming tech ecosystem, and I can say it has paid off. And then we decided to continue our expansion to Romania. Hi, Dan. Happy to see you.
Yes, thank you very much, Erica, and happy to see all of you here. Dan here from Bucharest, Romania. I'm delivery director and I manage operations in Romania. We've opened the office last year, and we have really big plans on expanding and growing. But more about this a bit later. And I think that now we should go to our next location. The last open hub that we have. So Suman, maybe you can explain a bit more what you're doing in India.
Sure. Thank you, Dan. I'm truly pleased to be part of this discussion. Hello, all. I am Suman Prabhu from Bangalore, currently leading the delivery and operations for NIX in India. Exactly a year ago, when NIX made a strategic decision to expand to India, and then we have since then established our office in Bangalore, often called as the Silicon Valley of India, specifically wanting to tap into the extensive talent and growth opportunities the region offers.
Thank you, Simon. Thanks, everyone. So what a bright team we have here. So guys, just to start from our conversation from something, I have this question in mind. So let's say if I were a client, well, a kind of representative of a global business enterprise that typically work with us and looking for a development partner. So what should I know about your location? So why do businesses choose it? Or are there any strengths or culture specifics that make working with you unique? So I propose start with Romania. Dan, what are the key things clients should know about your location?
Yeah, so actually that's very important, a good question that you have. The idea is that, Romania has a very rich heritage in doing outsourcing. We have 300,000 people that are now in IT, hardware, software, you name it. And, I've read something really interesting actually yesterday. Stanford published a study that says that Romanian developers are 50% more efficient than the benchmark. And so there are just two other countries that are more efficient than what we have right now here. I mean, so if that's not, a reason to come here, I don't know what is. But, leaving aside studies, because, they can be quite subjective, Romania, we are part of the EU, so your data is going to be really, really safe. We are part of NATO, and if I want to go anywhere, I can just hop on a plane, and in 3 hours I'm going to be in London. So no need for visa, no need for work permits, and the talent is just great. So these are just some of the reasons why you should come to Romania.
Thank you, Dan. So yeah, it seems like everyone will be embracing their domestic location. But Suman, can you take over this challenge and describe your location?
Sure, Yuri. So here is what makes India the top outsourcing destination globally. India produces over 1.5 million ICT graduates annually, and it's home to the world's second largest English-speaking population. So with multiple IT hubs across the country, home to the most of the multinationals in the world, and a vast talent pool of over 5.5 million professionals, this country offers rapid access to early joiners across diverse skill sets, enabling faster team ramp-ups for all our clients. India continues to lead as the preferred outsourcing destination due to a unique blend of high talent availability and unmatched cost effectiveness across compared to any other mature markets. The workforce readily adapts to Europe or UK shifts at no extra cost, ensuring a full overlap with Europe teams and a kind of partial but significant overlap with the eastern and central time zones of the US. PST overlap can be managed via some flexible scheduling with either India mornings or late evenings. And plus, there is a strong startup culture here. So India sees increased focus and investments in the emerging technologies like AI, ML, blockchain, and IoT. With favorable government policies, funding, etc., altogether makes India a preferred destination for scalable, agile, and cost-effective technology partnerships.
Thank you, Simon. So India always been the IT outsourcing market #1 in the globe, right? So, but in the recent maybe like 5 years, the Latin America erupted quite extensively under the US time zone, and I believe that Erica has something to talk about that as well. So, Erica, strike them.
Absolutely. So why Colombia? If I were a client looking for a reliable, high performance software development partner, I would certainly want to know a few things. So, starting, Colombia has a strong tech education system. So, we have top universities and we are producing high skilled engineers year after year. Medellin, in particular, has become a tech innovation center. That's why we chose it as our first location to build the office. And with that growing ecosystem, it supports both the startups and global tech companies like us. So, from the communication standpoint, Colombian engineers have a very client-oriented mindset. They're proactive, they ask the questions, they are comfortable collaborating directly with the international teams. And this is getting more and more common over the years. There's a strong culture of ownership and accountability, and we have seen that our clients really appreciate that over with the examples that we are seeing right now. Another of the biggest advantages that we have is the time zone alignment. So, especially with clients from the US, we are just a few hours away. We're either in Central Time or Eastern Time, depending on the daylight savings. So, that makes collaboration easy. That also makes it that you don't have to compromise on either the communication or the quality or efficiency. So, all the planning sessions, the stand ups, needed, let's say, collaboration moments with the client will be much agile. I can say also that another strength is the scalability. So with Colombia, we have seen and we can provide the ability to quickly ramp up the talented professionals that we require for any project and still being cost effective. To finish, I could say that the strong cultural compatibility is also something that our clients value a lot. So our team here tends to be adaptable, communicative, enthusiastic, and very solutions driven. So we are really focusing on not being just a vendor, but be just one team.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely can relate to that. So it's a good presentation of your locations, and it is obvious everyone can bring something unique to the table. But let's also try to dive it in this even more. So if you talk about the technical side, if we talk about the technologies and domains, both in terms of the expertise and business verticals and domains, so what domains we focus on in your countries? Suman, can you answer this?
Sure, Yuri. As I mentioned earlier, India has a vast tech talent pool and a mature IT ecosystem. So name any skill or skill combination, the chances of fulfilling that faster are really high here. India also is a solid choice for end-to-end delivery, whether it is product development, digital transformation, data-driven technologies, cloud, cybersecurity, or managed services. So time zone advantages and cost effectiveness also makes India an ideal location for the managed services like infrastructure, application support programs. In terms of industries, the spectrum is really wide. Financial tech, healthcare, life sciences, manufacturing, automotive, retail, telecom, media, you name it. And finally, I would like to call out that many multinational companies have established their global capability centers, GCCs here, focusing primarily on innovations and R&D.
Interesting. So, Suma, I think we have already seen that into projects that we are working all over the clock for the support role. So that's pretty interesting.
Good, good.
Yeah. Maybe I can continue.
Yeah, if you can continue and just like take it from over here.
Good. So, in terms of what we actually do in Colombia, what kind of technologies and projects we're driving, there is quite a bit happening. So, on the tech side, we have built strong capabilities around .NET, Java, Python, especially for backend development. But in any case, full stack is something that we have really strong. We are also growing our DevOps and cloud engineering practices. The community is quite big as of now. We are primarily working with AWS and Azure, I can say. And there is definitely an expanding footprint in data engineering and analytics. So whether you're trying to build scalable architectures or automating CI/CD pipelines or supporting any decision making, we are pretty sure that we got the right talent in place. From an industry perspective, though, we have seen a lot of traction in fintech, in retail, and in healthcare. So Colombia teams are supporting everything from core banking platforms, we have a lot of that, to e-commerce solutions or digital health platforms as well.
Dan, do you have anything to add here?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're thinking about Romania, so the IT industry here was built by the tech giants, think Oracle, think IBM. So this means that we have all the commodities, Java, .NET, React, full stack, and so on. So we have all these people, and we can, we can have these people in the office if somebody wants to, build a team here in 4 to 5 weeks. Yeah, because we are really good at what we are doing here in Romania. But what's really interesting is about the industries. So what you will always be able to find in Romania, is, for example, automotive. And lately, I see a very big trend, in green energy. Yeah, so you have a lot of battery management systems, or a lot of systems that have to do with IoT. It's really growing, and you will not find just people that know how to code this stuff. You're going to find people that understand the business. You're going to get a full solution. So what you get, is really bright engineers that have business-specific knowledge. And just like in Colombia, fintech and financial services are very big thing here all the time. So you don't need to do stuff augmentation. You can get a full product out of Romania. Yeah, we can take ownership. And the next one is all about e-commerce and retail. And maybe the last great industry where you're going to find a lot of smart people is supply chain. And these are just some of the industries that you'll be able to find. But bright engineers all the time, again, 300,000 people that are working in this industry. We get 11,000 people that graduate each year. So for Eastern Europe, Romania is a good delivery center.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, indeed. Well, these markets are kind of key markets on the globe, and we've chosen them for a reason. And thank you very much for a good presentation of those. So we clearly see the strong technical domain expertise, and we see how we can translate this into the value to our clients. One of the most important aspect of our operations is to, since we are like a software service company, that means that we have to link our customers with the talent that you just described is present on the market to deliver the best solutions for their business problems. And in this regard, it is a really big deal for us as a company to deliver value both ways. So one thing is just like to be present on the market and attract customers with this kind of message. Another thing is just to attract the best talent on the market. So let's talk about how we create value to our people. So the question would be here, like, what attracts local engineers to NAX? And together with that, since like once we attract them, we need to retain them. And how for us as a company, what are the challenges in working with the local engineers? What kind of cultural specifics we face? And how these cultural specifics and challenges later translate to the daily job of our clients with our future employees. So what are all the things that we need really to consider seriously? So Erica, since the Colombia location was the first remote location set, so can you put some light on that matter, please?
Absolutely. So to that question, I would say that it's a mix of culture, growth, and impact. So engineers here in Colombia are looking for more than just a job. They want to work on real global projects that matter. So when it comes to, let's say, selling a project to an engineer in terms of getting their interest, the most interesting it can be, the most challenging it can be, will be a really value offer for him. So at NIX, we're offering that. We're having let's say we're giving them access to international clients with modern technologies and complex solutions within agile environments that it can actually influence the outcomes and come to be more than just code, just deliver the technical expertise. So growth is another one that it's a big one too. So we're investing in professional development, certifications, mentoring. We have also our architecture academy here at NIX. So it's all about the knowledge sharing. Engineers at Columbia really value that, and that resonates a lot with them as far as the talent pool. So people want to see that they're growing within the company, that they have not only roles to be able to, let's say, evolve to the leadership side, but that they can grow within the technical and architecture side of things, and we have that. As for challenges, for sure, we're in a competitive market here in Colombia, with Medellin becoming a major tech hub, and a lot of companies like us arriving to this location also. Retaining the top talent means that we need to stay sharp with our employee experience. The culture needs to feel very welcoming, and we are offering flexibility, the clear career path. I think transparency also adds a lot to what we are trying to build here in Colombia, and we're seeing the nice results. So yeah, keep it in a reliable and motivating place to work. It's relevant.
Thank you, Eric. I can definitely relate that once we were selecting the local location inside Colombia, so we were very, very concerned about what's the most convenient place to live and kind of have the work-life balance for engineers. So Medellin was definitely selected among the different options there. But that's not always like the tire. It's not a tier 2 city, right? It's just like just another very, very nice city to live and to work. So let's say in Romania, we went to Bucharest, which is the biggest market, local market for the country. And now maybe you can describe the same kind of questions from your perspective.
Yeah, sure. So there is not too much to add. I mean, Erika covered most of how we attract our talent. But what's interesting is what got me into this company, and what I really like is the entrepreneurial spirit. NIX is not your big corporation, and what I've seen is that people they tend to get away out of these really huge corporations. Why? Because of the clients. They are stuck in legacy software. They are stuck in legacy infrastructure, and we, because we also take those small projects, those new startups, we get to have really niche technologies. The latest stuff, the newest stuff that's out there, we get in our company, and we can have people working on these new technologies. And the flexibility is also something that's really important today. There's a return to office mandate. I think that everybody knows that all the big players are now calling their people back in the office.
Yep.
But for us, we say, as long as you're productive, we don't care where you're working from, because we value what you bring in this company, and we want to keep you happy, satisfied, and motivated. Yeah. So for us, it's very important to have the people by our side, because the business that we are in is really simple. You have the people, you have the money, right? So for us, people or the culture is really, really important here.
Cool. Thank you so much. Suman.
Sure. It's a good question. When it comes to brand visibility, NX India is still new. We have been in the market for less than a year, so brand visibility is still growing. With our ongoing expansions, marketing efforts, I'm hopeful that it will be improving steadily. That said, I believe what sets us apart is the kind of opportunities we offer to our engineers. It is just not about coding, but about solving real-world problems, working with global teams, and contributing to innovation at scale. We also provide our engineers with opportunities to learn modern technology, help them stay relevant in the constantly evolving tech space. We foster collaboration across geographies and nurture a culture of learning and growth. Lastly, speaking of challenges, India's market is fast moving always. So it is comparatively easier to find candidates for urgent roles. But delays, be it in internal evaluations or client side, can result in losing top talent. So we are always reminded that in a such highly competitive and dynamic market, the timely evaluation and confirmation is very important.
Thank you, Sumam. So you mentioned the kind of integration of your engineers into the distributed teams and working on remote with other like team setup in other locations. And this is something I wanted to touch in a bit in more detail. So it pushes me to the next question I had in mind. Like we apply pretty much the same standards of people management across different locations. So we treat people equally and we try to implement the same kind of competency management across different locations. So one senior is senior in regards of every location, right? So we can shuffle people, just they may be set up for some projects in a particular location, but later they can be mixed up with other centers, other projects. And in this regards, so the question is like, what helps your location to integrate into NIX global delivery process? More important, like how you ensure and how it works in practice. So how you really implement it in your area. Dan, maybe we can start with you.
Sure. So thank you, Rick. What we do is we are a global company, right? So we have very strict processes, and each time we open a new location, we know what to do because we have done it before. This means also for colleagues and for new colleagues. But the idea is that once you join NIX, you're going to get a sort of a body. Now, somebody that's looking after you, somebody that's showing you the ropes, somebody that's telling you, hey, this is how we do stuff. Then, we are flexible. So this means that we have offices and co-working hubs in all the major cities where we operate. So we don't feel the necessity of having an office, but we believe in the idea of having co-working space so that people can get together, people can meet. And also, being a global company, we do mix teams from across the world. And, we actually put the client first. So if the client says, hey, I really want a team and really fast, then we're going to get that team in the geography of the client, not in the same location, not in the same city, unless, of course, we get a request from the customer that I want the team to be sitting together in the office. So, we bring people from all across the world, and, technology today is helping us, bridging the gaps, making this distance seem short. So in short, yeah, we do have a process of onboarding. We do have bodies, we have people managers, we have gatherings, and we have processes. And when you put all of this together, then it's really easy for somebody to integrate as part of a bigger team.
Thank you, Dan.
Would like to maybe answering from maybe another topic more into the day-to-day activities that you were asking about, Yuri. So even though we're on different continents, we are not working isolated. So we're fully connected as far as the organization. So we use the same tools, we use the same standard and delivery frameworks. When you were mentioning about a senior in Poland or Romania being the same kind of quality of the senior in India or in Colombia, it's because there is no segregation per location in terms of doing the assessments or the results. We use the same, let's say, bar to measure, and you can get an interviewer from any of our locations. So it's really streamlined. So from project onboarding to quality assurance and reporting, we use the same consistency. That makes it easy for our teams to plug in and start delivering value quickly, even though there can be a mix of location within one specific project. And also this helps us not only for us as NIX to have, let's say, distributed team. Sometimes our clients have also distributing teams on their own. They have many locations, and we are integrating with them. So we for sure need to know how to work with the distance nowadays. And collaboration, I can say that it works between the time zones because it's intentional. We set up the overlapping hours. We make sure that it has a strategy so it can work and it can, let's say, maintain the communication that we are used to and that we require. Yeah, we're contributing actively in the communities also. So it's not we are all together creating these communities inside of NIX for DevOps data. We're driving the mentorship programs. All of that is also on the international and mixed focus. Pretty exciting.
Absolutely. And Suman, and you also mentioned about that we attract local people because we are more dynamic organization with the access to the more dynamic projects. And that this is exactly what Erica says, right? So, and can you relate how it works in practice, how you really may put people into more dynamic environments and teams, and like maybe just describe some best practices and good cases?
Yes. Whatever Erika and Dan have covered already also applies to this region as well, definitely. So I just want to call out some important points here. One of the key strengths for NX India is that the team readily adapts to flexible work hours for syncing with our clients across various regions. We use modern delivery frameworks like Agile, Safe, which helps in consistent planning and retrospective across geographies. So real-time communication happens via collaboration tools. We also encourage our engineers to actively participate in the local and global communities. So all of these steps helps reduce silos and unify delivery across regions. Then India's tech talent is very experienced when it comes to working with distributed teams. With internal teams, clients, or even in multi-vendor teams across geographies. And our engineers at NX work seamlessly with peers, with their managers, the clients from different countries and cultures. So overall, I think successful collaboration is not about regional barriers. It is more about cultural understanding, adaptive work styles, and the right mindset.
Thank you, Suman. Thank you, Suman. So, guys, thank you so much for these valuable insights. So it really shows how our global engine runs on both shared standards and local strengths. So I think that's quite important to everyone, our potential clients, to understand that our global locations had own flavor, strengths, and specifics, but they all to contribute to the shared goal. So delivering consistent high quality value to our clients and simultaneously to our people. So at NAX, we don't just scale globally, we integrate locally, making sure that every team, whatever it is, so feel part of something bigger and bring something unique. And if you're interested, so this is the message to our potential clients. So if you're interested in learning more about our global delivery model, how it works and how we may cooperate or want to set up the teams with us, so just feel free to reach out. I believe our contact information will be attached to this video, and we'll be more than happy to get in touch with you. So I think that we're running out of time today, and we probably will be just delivering similar content in future. But for now, thanks for watching and stay tuned.